What's going on, everybody? Mike Somich coming at you for RacingDudes.com. Here to preview Friday's stakes race at Del Mar, the Oceanside $100,000 restricted stakes for 3-year-olds going a mile on the turf. And this is a phenomenally difficult race. 14 horses headed postward, a ton of speed, a couple unknowns, and a really, really interesting field from top to bottom. We'll start with the inside runner, Classical Cat, who is going to be one of your favorites here. Phil D'Amato sends us out. Umberto Rispoli will ride for D'Amato. Horse has done really nothing wrong. 3 for 4 in its life. The one loss coming in the Grade 1 Del Mar Futurity to Cave Rock. No shame in that. Was one of the 2 dirt efforts. Did break the maiden over the dirt, but 2 for 2 on the turf, winning $100,000 allowance. Then come back and winning the A Logan for $100,000. Both over decent fields, being able to sit mid-pack, forwardly placed, and be able to make a run around the turn. Exactly what you're going to need here. The post position draw is beautiful, sitting on that one post. So a lot of things to like about the one horse Classical Cat. Zalamo here, shipping in from Europe, I think is very interesting. This is a Madacat Stables horse shipping in. Leonard Powell is going to be the trainer. Mike Smith gets the mount. Powell 11% with first-time North American starters. But I do like that one workout around the dogs over this turf course. And I mentioned all of the speed. This one's going to be coming from off the pace. If this thing collapses and Mike Smith's able to work out a trip, I think Zalamo has a legitimate shot to be able to get the job done. Another really interesting horse here, Mr. Fisk. Bob Baffert trains this one. Joe Bravo gets the mount. I like Bravo on this turf course. And this is another horse. There's a ton of potential and a ton of talent here. The question is going to be taken to the turf. Debuted at 6.5 furlongs, was not bet very hard, but that was a Fort Warren race. Ended up coming back against Reincarnate, ran a good second. Won a maiden special weight off that. Jumped in the Grade 2 Sam Philippe, wasn't quite as good. Came back and ran a very, very good second to Go Rocket Ride last time out, going a mile and a 16th. The mile shouldn't be a distance, has tactical speed, has shown some closing kick. Arrogant only 3% first-time turfers, though. That's the big question mark with Mr. Fisk. Is he going to be good enough on this surface when you have a bunch of horses who are good enough on this surface? Let's talk about one of those next. Agency for Mark Glatt. Abel Cedillo gets the mount here. Really interesting horse in this spot. Breaks its maiden on debut. Doesn't get a great time, but does it early in the season. So June 12th, 2022. We don't see this horse again until Del Mar in August. Comes back and proves the buyer big time, runs second in the Grade 3 Best Pal, wheels right back to the Grade 1 Del Mar Futurity, fell to Cave Rock, no shame there. This horse was always bred for turf, though. This is a Volt d'Oro that stands for $35,000, sold for $400,000. This horse should love the turf, and on debut in the 3-year-old season, showed just that. Got an 84 buyer, career best, won impressively, going 6.5 furlongs, should have no issue with the stretch out. Definitely doesn't have a problem with turf. Should get a pretty good trip. I think Agency's got a big shot in here. Last one we will talk about here, Conclude. I mean, I could talk about more. Kid Azteca, another horse I think is phenomenal. Not going to make the rundown because I'm not going to use the horse, but I wouldn't be shocked if that one wins. Conclude, Phil D'Amato. This is your speed of the speed in my mind. I think this one goes to the front, but I do think there is enough speed in this race that it's going to make it hard for Conclude to be able to go gate to wire. Love Hector Berrios. Love what he has done in California. Not sure this is going to be his day, though. Look, for my top pick, I'm going to go to Agency here for Mark Glatt and Abel Cedillo. Don't love Cedillo on the turf, but I do love this horse. I think this is a big-time chance to improve second off the layoff, second on turf, first time going 2 turns. I think the setup's going to be there. Should be able to have tactical speed going longer since we were close to the pace, going 6.5 furlongs. And I think should be running late here. So give me Agency on top. I am going to go to the one-horse Classical Cat in second here. I think D'Amato has this one ready to go. Should say perfect trip. Has been successful at this distance. Shouldn't have any issue at Del Mar. So give me Classical Cat in second. And give me Zalamo, the unknown, in third here. I think this horse is awfully interesting in this spot. Should get pace to chase. And that work over that turf course makes me think that Zalamo is rearing and ready to go here. So for me here in the Oceanside, I'm going to go Agency on top, Classical Cat in second, Zalamo in third. Thank you very much for checking out this preview of the Oceanside Stakes coming at you Friday from Del Mar. Make sure you check out RacingDudes.com for previews of all the weekend stakes races. And make sure you're checking out Dudes Who Bet Daily every Thursday through Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern for our best bets around the sports and horse racing world. We'll see you at the track.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track. Summer's here. Our picks are heating up. We want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel right now. Click the notification bell. You don't want to miss a single one of our awesome videos. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.